Arkansas, again, is in the middle of this battle, and we can do something about it. Now, Senator Lincoln has signed a resolution, which is good, called the Murkowski Resolution. And it's the chance we have to stop the EPA from doing this. But Senator Mark Pryor has given us a few kind words, but no actual action. This is what we have to remember. If Senator Pryor knows that Arkansas stands to lose 40,000 manufacturing jobs, and could have done something about it and should have done something about it, but doesn't, we will hold him accountable. For those of you who have stopped by our booth, you've seen our November is coming signs. I have a feeling some politicians think that you're going to forget what happened in November. So let me ask you this question. Are you going to hold them accountable? Yes! Are you going to remember? Yes! And are you going to use the power that you have in November to change the direction of your country? Yes! Ronald Reagan, this isn't the first time we've been here. I stood in gas lines in the 1970s with my dad trying to fill up a work truck so we could make it to a job. This isn't the first time we've been here. We had a leader named Ronald Reagan chart a new path for our country, a path of freedom. And this is what he said. At the end of his term, he said, governments reach into our life, threaten to shut the doors of opportunity and crush the roots of freedom that make our country great. But what brought America back? The American people. With their quiet courage and their common sense and their undying faith in a nation under God where people are free, because the future belongs to those who are free. So if you haven't had a chance to sign our November is coming, our booth is right over here. We will remind you, and we will help remind politicians and hold them accountable. I want you to say it with me. What's coming? November. And speaking of November, we have an author of a book that was released yesterday. It's called 2010, Taking America Back.
Appreciated the music here earlier when you played the Battle Hymn of the Republic. I thought I'd hear another tune here, but I hope that you're not so enamored with it that you vote for the wrong Lincoln. Yeah, you know, I've been here a couple of times in Arkansas, working for some other guy.
Look, Willie.
But I want to be sure that I'm in the right place. So would you all please affirm that I'm in the right state by doing me a personal favor and call the hogs for me? I'm a Yankee fan, and the stadium's never been like that. You know, I was listening to Teresa's excellent speech, about carbon dioxide emissions. And you know, I worked for a guy who never inhaled.
At the Soco case today.
And now, because he's become a liberal, he can't exhale. So he's got respiratory problems. A lot of people here have asked me, and some of you have been polite enough not to ask me, how come I'm here when I used to work for Bill Clinton? Well, first of all, I want to say that what Ronald Reagan said. He said, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. He said, it left me. So when I worked for Bill Clinton, and I'd like to emphasize that first name, when I worked for Mr. Bill Clinton, I was a conservative Democrat, and so was he. And he balanced the federal budget. He eliminated the federal deficit. He cut the capital gains tax. He signed the federal death penalty. He expanded the police force by 20% and helped reduce crime. And you know, I don't mean her, but I do mean him. I wish he were there instead of this guy right now. But the point here is that there is no such thing anymore as a conservative or moderate Democrat. You are either a Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama Democrat, or you're a Republican. So I want to proudly declare to all of you today, in expiation of my previous sins, that I am a Republican. Before I proceed further, I just want to pay a tribute to a great Republican who's here today, who represented this congressional district with honor and distinction and conservatism, Ed Bethune.